Welcome back to the show. Our next guest is grooving to a jazzy theme
Yeah,
music.
you never know how things are going to go after you see someone dancing to your music, especially our theme music.
The track is hot, though.
Dean Edwards joining us, of course. You know him from Saturday Night Live, but an extremely well-known comic as well. He's at Laugh Lines tonight, Saturday. He's got an early show and a late show.
Yeah.
And he's right at home because we have some English people joining us.
Yes, cheers to the Brits here on holiday.
Cheers to the
They're
Brits.
here on holiday.
You married a Brit.
Yeah, man. I needed to step up my dumb quotient, you know. Like, anytime you have anyone English around you, suddenly people look at you like, oh, you're pretty smart, huh? You know, because Brits are a lot. Well, I think we give them the kudos that they're smart, and
Well,
that
it's all
things
accent.
sound better
it's
when
the
they
accent.
say them. Yeah.
It is. It's easier to say, wow, you're very, very pleasantly dumb than somebody say, you dumb. You know what I mean? You're like, wow, you really must be an
right.
idiot, you know? And yeah, man, my wife's actually a professor.
Is she really?
She's a professor. We met in the club. You know what? It's for anybody at home, because people always are like, well, where did you meet? You go to a club to hook up, and it works, all right? You know what I mean?
Never happens, though.
It works, man.
For all the people who think you can never meet a good girl.
People that didn't think it could work out, it can work.
So you met the proper British lady at the club.
Yeah, I mean, she can pop it, you know, drop it like it's hot, you know, let's keep it real. I mean,
so
she's actually Jamaican English. You know?
How does that work with her accent?
Well, she has two accents. She has the very proper one, and then she has the real, patois, which is confusing when we argue because it's like arguing with a schizophrenic. He's like, you still don't pay attention. So, hey, time out.
So you know you're in trouble when?
Yeah.
I was going to say, which is worse, getting lectured with an English accent or getting yelled at with a Jamaican patois?
Yeah, either or. It's either Bob Marley or the Queen Mother herself.
You're screwed either way.
You're in a bad place.
I'm sorry, my dear.
You know.
Now, you've got your shows coming up. Mike and I were watching some of your stand-up, and you do a lot of impressions, and some of them are so
I do a couple.
bang on that it's scary. How do you figure that out?
Yeah, do you have to work on them, or are they things that
Not really. They just it was always like a gift, you know. Like I always look at it like, you know, if I was an X-Men, that would be my mutant power. They call me the Mimic, because I just, you know, if I stare at people long enough,
you can steal their soul.
Just an excuse to stare for a while.
A great 50 Cent. You do an amazing Jay-Z. But have you ever met those guys?
Yeah, you know what?
Have you done it for them?
Well, let me tell you, my second year on SNL, I was actually supposed to do this film called Death of a Dynasty, playing Jay-Z and Dame Dash. She's like, so when I didn't do the film, Jay was a musical guest.
Yeah.
We had, I think, Dan Aykroyd hosting, and there's nothing worse than someone saying, oh, do the person to them.
To them?
And Dame Dash, you know, he's irreverent. He's like, yo, Jay, remember the dude I told you could do you? Yo, Dean, do him. So, and Jay-Z's sitting there with Beyonce, and, I'm sitting there like, yo, it's like it's real incredible to make your acquaintance. And he's just looking at me, and so, suddenly the tumbleweed goes by. You hear crickets. You know, it got quiet. I was like, you know what? I guess Beyonce ain't never. Nah, he just sort of nodded like, yeah, you know. That's, what do you say?
She's the hottest woman on the planet.
Yeah, Beyonce. No, she couldn't. She and I, we shared a moment.
I think every man thinks that.
Yeah, you know, we had.
It's hard when this never happens to me. I'm very composed around beautiful women. Wait, except for the sweatiness and the mug mouth, everything else. But I mean, you meet so many beautiful women when you're working on a show, whatever it is. Right. It's got to be a little awkward sometimes when, you know, not to be creepy and.
Oh man, no. Oh, let me tell you something. Like, Beyonce, like she had me at hello, like, because honestly, what can I say to Beyonce knows that she hasn't heard from a million? You know, where I'm gonna look. Hi, you know, and literally I'm sitting in my, like, she's so fine that I felt like a stalker. I'm looking like, oh, nice princesses, you know what I mean? Bad, fine woman, and a talented performer. Is said you got to end it with that. And she's a
very talented young lady. Turn on the British accent for that part.
Have you been to Vancouver before? Is this
this is my first time. I've spent a lot of time in Toronto, Montreal. This is my first time on the west coast of
Because that
Canada.
strikes me as part of the fun of being a comedian, I guess, if you can get into it, is, there's lots of traveling and everything, but there's also lots of traveling. I mean, you get to go and see lots of places and hang out. Do you ever bring your family or your wife?
I do sometimes. I just, you know what, where I just was in South Africa for the 3rd time, and this last trip I said, you know what, next year, I gotta bring the family. Because when you're seeing like such wonderful, visual settings, you're saying, geez, I want to share this with someone. And
you can
take
show the
pictures, but it kind of, you kind of like, I didn't really have a lot of fun. Ignore the smile in that picture. You know
I didn't really mean it. Dude, you're sounding like a little bit of a romantic man. Like you want your family there.
I do what I gotta do.
You love your professor.
I do love Professor Walters, and anytime I talk about my wife, it makes me very Denzelian, where I just, I'm very, it's a good look. it is a good look. Huh? Sometimes you just go into Denzel not because you want to, but because you just feel.
Well, it's just easier, right?
It's so much easier. Like you could say pretty much anything. Like, can I just say Fiona? When I first heard your name, when you introduced yourself to me, I felt like Shrek.
Now you're here for our Comedy Fest. Charlie Murphy was here last week.
Oh,
you do a really great Charlie Murphy. How does Charlie Murphy feel about your Charlie Murphy?
Charlie's a pretty stone cold dude.
He don't really smile so much as he scowls bigger. Charlie knows I do him, but I mean, it's all love. Of course, he's not happy. He was happy when I was doing it until people started saying, yo, you seen Dean do you? And then he's like, all right, man, that's enough. I ain't gonna wait for you.
No more.
It was funny the first time.
There was me, and there was Eddie.
Me, it was Eddie. People at home like, what? Go, it's on YouTube.
You gotta see your show.
Fiona and I have been doing that
show.
all day, though. Ever since we saw you do Charlie Murphy, we've been all day looking at each other and going, so there was me, and there was Eddie.
We don't do it like he does, and that's why you need to go see the show.
That's why I like Fiona.
Laugh
I
Lines.
told you.
Keep it on point. Laugh Lines tonight and Saturday, 8 and 10 o'clock
Two shows tonight.
Get your tickets in advance. They always sell out at the comedyfest.com.
I just turned into a rapper. Go see my show, son. It's off the chain. We got 2 shows popping off tonight, 2 tomorrow. In your face, fix your face. It's gonna be bananas. Laugh Lines, Dean Edwards. It don't get any better. Global Vancouver Comedy Festival. Hit me on Twitter. I am Dean Edwards. DeanEdwards.net. Forget a cue card.
Now I want to see you do that as 50 Cent.
Dean, no.
Yo, what's up? Yo, this is Kid 50 Cent. Yo, I'm chilling right here with my girl Fiona, my man Mike. Mike's the only cat in Vancouver who rock that shirt just like that. He got the haberdashery popping off.
Dean,
Thank you so much, Dean. We're going to take a quick break, and when we return, we're going to be joined with, you can do it for me. You can read the prompter. You do it. Wait.
Former NHL.
No, he's going to do it to that camera.
Vancouver Canuck.
Russ Cornell, former NHL player and Battle of the Blades contender. I was talking to, he's chilling with Shaylin Bourne, world champion ice dancer and Battle of the Blades contender. Check out the season premieres coming soon. Holler!